This evening, we will learn about what are teacher development groups, what are the different types of teacher development groups, how can you as a teacher form and sustain a successful teacher development group, and what are some effective activities and best practices for group success. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our presenter for this evening, Nisar and Manisha and Atul, who are from Sign Language Interpreters from Access for All. Nisar is a teacher with over 15 years of experience teaching in state government schools in Maharashtra. He served as a state academic resource person known as a SAP in the Tejas project, where he planned and delivered teacher training, observed lessons, provided feedback, and mentored teachers across the state. Nisar has also worked as a mentor in the Action Research Mentoring Scheme called ARMS, the project sponsored by the British Council. He recently completed his MA in TESOL from the prestigious University of Leeds, and he presented his dissertation research at the MA TESOL International Conference held at the University of Hull. Congratulations on all your achievements, Nisar, and over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mitchell, ma'am, for your kind words. Can I share my screen, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead and share your screen.
Good evening to our Zoom and Facebook Live friends. Welcome to the British Council India Teacher Connect webinar series. I'm so much excited to be here with you all today to talk about 3 steps to set up teacher development groups. Dear friend, as we all know, teaching is a dynamic profession and it is constantly evolving and demanding continuous learning and growth. As a teacher, we are trying to find various professional development opportunities. However, what we receive is traditional training methods, which follows a one-size-fits-all top-down approach, which often is unable to fulfill our needs. Hence, it is a time for a change. Recent studies have highlighted the importance of collaborative learning in the form of communities of practice as a more impactful for our professional development compared to the traditional teacher trainings. And this teacher training professional development opportunities that is provided through a collaborative learning platform provide us need-based, ongoing, local opportunities through teacher development groups. As a teacher, I was a part of a teacher development group where all like-minded teachers come together voluntarily and take the responsibility for their own professional development. Today, we are also going to take our responsibility for our professional development by dive through this session of teacher development. Before diving deep into this session, let's take a moment to take a quick review of today's objectives of the workshop. By the end of the workshop, you will be better able to understand the importance and types of teacher development. Next, we will try to explore how to start and sustain teacher development groups. Then we will discuss the significance of evaluating the group's effectiveness. And finally, we will discuss the diverse range of activities that can be conducted within this group. So let's start our session with an activity of sharing your experiences of teacher development group. Dear friends, on your screen, you can see a word cloud. You have to type any 3 words that best describes your understanding of teacher development group in the chat box. Additionally, if you have a new idea or a particular new word which relates more to teacher development group, you can also type that in the chat box as well. Good. Afsana ma'am is saying supportive. Priyanka ma'am, collaboration. Excellent. Thank you for your active participation. I'm getting lots of responses. Collaboration, discussion, peer learning. Ganesh sir, okay, peer observation. Fine. Mostly everyone are typing single words. I will prefer 3 words from the word cloud. Plus you can add your own words as well. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for engaging so much in this workshop. I will try to make this workshop more interactive. Good, supportive, teamwork, excellent, fantastic. Yeah, fine. Yeah, thank you. From your feedback in the chat box, I can see some common words. For example, collaboration, feedback, building relationship. And these all words are core of what we call teacher development group and how it works. The aim of this activity is to mirror what we are trying to achieve through this teacher development group. That is open discussion, sharing activities and best practices, as well as mutual support and emotional support providing to each other. After understanding this, let's try to understand what actually a teacher development group is. Well, Head and Taylor has defined teacher development group as a group of teachers, those who come together voluntarily, having a common goal or a purpose to improve their teaching, both personally as well as professionally. Here, teacher development group is a platform where all the like-minded teachers are collaborating with each other, sharing, reflecting, learning from one another, sharing their best practices and challenges, and trying to develop their own teaching skills. Many times, these teacher development groups are also called with some different names. For example, teacher development groups, teacher clubs, teacher associations, teacher networks, teacher study groups, teacher associations, teacher learning network. There are lots of names for teacher development group. Now, turning on to the benefits of teacher development group. We will explore what are the various benefits of teacher development group. On your screen, you can see some of the teacher scenarios given in the dialog box, A, B, C, and D. And you can see some help box given in the top of the box. B, a young teacher joins an experienced group of teachers. She observes their classes and gains valuable insights into effective teaching techniques. C, a teacher is in a connected teaching community, shares a lesson that did not go according to the plan. The group offers constructive feedback and words of encouragement. And the final is D, English teachers regularly swap teaching materials and provide input to help refine each other's instructional methods. Yeah. So we are getting some answers. A1, B3, Jayashri is saying 1C, 2D, 3B, 4A. Okay. Well done. Thanks for sharing your answers.
Lots of answers, Nisar. Lots of correct answers you're getting.
Yeah, thank you. The participants, they are very much aware about these professional opportunities. Yeah, sharing. Yeah, good. Thank you. Wow. The chat box is full with of responses. Nice. Thank you all for your valuable inputs. Someone has typed all the answers with the teacher scenario as well. iPhone. Who is this? Good. Now, let's check our answers. The first one. Teacher scenario A, the correct answer is first one. The benefit is group brainstorming. So one of the benefit of teacher development group is when the teachers, they come in the group, they can create lots of creative ideas compared to an individual teacher. Another benefit of teacher development group is the teachers can learn from expert colleagues in the group. The group is of diverse teachers. So some are expert in grammar, some is expert in teaching strategies or technologies, and you can learn from each other and one another. The third scenario, the correct answer is risk-free environment. The most important benefit of teacher development group is it provides a platform for the teachers where they feel safe and a non-threatening environment is there. And when this type of environment helps the teachers to share what challenges they feel in the classrooms with their open mind, and they are not hesitant to share these challenges. So this is one more benefit of the teacher development group. And the last one, the scenario, the correct answer is 2, sharing best practices. The benefit of teacher development is group is that you can share best practices, your knowledge, your resources, experiences with each other in the group. Now, turning on to the types of teacher development groups. We have seen the concept of teacher development group, what are its benefits. Now we will try to explore what are the types of teacher development groups. It can be divided into 3 types. The first one is inside school, outside school, and virtual teacher groups. We will discuss each of these types one by one. First one, inside school. This type of teacher development groups are mostly established in the school premises within the institutions by 3 or 4 teachers. They are collaborating and learning from each other. For instance, one such teacher development group was established in ABC Network School, where the primary school teachers, 4 to 5 in numbers, they come together and they establish their own school peer groups. They used to meet regularly in weekly meetings, and the meetings used to last for 45 to 50 minutes, and they used to share their best practices and collaborate with each other. You can also, for your professional development opportunities, establish such type of school peer groups in your school itself. Another type of teacher development group is outside the school. This type of teacher development group is established outside the school premises, where it operates through the different locations. For example, teacher activity groups. In the state of Maharashtra, these teacher activity groups were established under the TDGs project. This project was a collaboration between State Government of Maharashtra, British Council, and Tata Trust. In this project, the teachers from different 25 different schools, they used to gather at a cluster schools once in a month. There they used to have a monthly meetings for 3 hours. The tech coordinator used to facilitate these meetings, and they used to learn through a tag resource books where they discuss about language development, reading articles related to pedagogy, teaching techniques and strategies, as well as they used to watch some best demonstrations of teaching activities. At the end, they used to reflect and make an action plans and return back to the schools and implement the learnings. Meanwhile, they used to share their learnings on the group through WhatsApp. So this was a second type of outside the schools. Finally, the third type of teacher group is virtual teacher group. As the name suggests, virtual, these types of groups are formed online through various platforms. This type of teacher development groups help us to establish and connect with global ELT experts as well as teachers which are having the diverse backgrounds and locations. Another benefit of teacher development groups which are established virtually, they are very much flexible, and the teachers, according to the availability of their time, can join these groups. One example of virtual teacher group is online professional learning platforms. For example, Coursera. Coursera is just like a MOOC platform where the teachers participate online participate according to the needs to the course, and they just participate in the group discussions there. Can you suggest me some of the other virtual online professional learning platforms that you have gone through these virtual teacher groups? You can type your answers in the chat box. Ramesh sir is saying Udemy, edX, WebEx, nice. Surasa, Teacher Connect, yeah, fine. Microsoft, TIS, Usha Rani ma'am, Swam. Yes, Swam is also a good platform provided by the Government of India, and lots of good resources are available. British Council, Swapna is saying Future Learn, Sakina, okay, good. Krishna, Edik, Diksha. And friends, you can go through all these chats, and this can be a very useful tool for you as well, because you can save these platforms as a resource for you to join virtually to a particular teacher community. Cambridge, Santa, Relo, wow, getting lots of answers. Some of the platforms I have not even known, but still I am also learning from your feedback. Thank you. Nice. Another type of virtual teacher groups can be established through social media. So one is WhatsApp. Can you mention some of your favorite virtual teacher groups on social media? You can name some of your favorite virtual teacher groups that you have established through social media as well. Fine. Swapna is saying Telegram, YouTube, nice. Twitter. Yeah, recently on Twitter, we can also have Twitter chat as well as Twitter spaces where you can have a community of teachers sharing or learning challenges. Okay, Bangalore school groups, nice. Google Meet, Orange Slates, LinkedIn. Some of innovative social media platforms also we can see Google Meet. You can connect virtually as well. Schoology, WhatsApp, nice. Twitter, Evo, Zoom. Thank you all of you for sharing your good resources. And finally, we can also establish our virtual teacher groups, or we can be a member of teacher associations like INET, ITFL, LTI, RELO. Lots of teacher associations are there, and they are conducting various conferences, meetings, workshops online, and you can join through this. Thank you all of you for sharing your best practices, your ideas through this chat box. Now moving on to the core part of this presentation, that is, we have came to know about what are teacher development groups, what are its types, what are its benefits. Now it is, for example, our group wants to establish their own teacher development group. So there are some steps we have to consider while establishing a teacher development groups. They are: step one, forming teacher development group. Second is sustaining a teacher development group. And finally is evaluating a teacher development group. We will discuss all these steps in detail one by one. And that's the name of our session, that is 3 steps. Let's start with the step one, that is forming teacher development groups. While forming a teacher development group, we have to consider 3 factors. That is starting a group, what will be the participant role, and how the teacher development group will function. Let's start with starting one, that is starting a group. Now on your screen, you can see some of the statements which is related to the starting of a teacher development group. Your task is to indicate whether you agree or disagree with these statements. If you agree with these statements, you have to type A, and if you disagree with this statement, you have to type D in the chat box. For example, the statement 1, when starting a TDGs, you should only invite teachers who share your exact teaching styles and beliefs. So you can type your answers by typing 1, A or D. Wow, excellent. Absolutely. Everyone is saying D, disagree. Anyone agree? Okay. Nice. You all are contributing brilliantly. It's always wonderful to see so many active participants online and responding so fast. Wow. Second, teachers in a TDG must feel safe within the group. Mostly. Second, A, agree. Good. Fine. Third one, teachers in a TDG must have a sense of purpose and passion for the group. So sir is saying 2A. Nice. Yeah. Fourth one, starting a TDG is solely the responsibility of one teachers, and the others should have no say in its formation. Most of them, they disagree with this. Exactly. Fifth one, teachers in a TDG must feel connected in some way or the other. Nice. Agree. Good. Finally, last one. Teachers in a TDG must honor and be grateful for the group's existence. Agree. Nice. So we have only two disagrees, the first one and fourth one. So most of you have disagreed with it. Whenever we are establishing a teacher development group, we should invite all the diverse teachers in our group, because they have their own perspectives. When they are in your group, it is a benefit for you, for the group as well, and we can learn from them the best practices and challenges. And the fourth one, that is disagree. It is not the sole responsibility of an individual, but it is a collective responsibility for everyone. We as a group have to collectively come together, decide, make decision makings and the process. Thank you. So these are the very important points that we have to consider when we are deciding to start our group. Moving on to the next part, that is of participant roles. After starting we have decided to establish our teacher development group. Now next comes how to operate this group. And in that terms, we have to focus on what the participant roles will play. Now here you have to do a matching activity where the participant roles terms are given at the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side of your screen, the descriptions are given. You have to match the terms with the descriptions and type your answers in the chat box. For example, the first one is done for you. The term is establishing group dynamics, and for that, the correct answer is teachers forming TDGs must establish group structures, member role, and ground rules. Likewise, you have to start answering. Okay, Ejaz sir is saying 1, 2, Hemlata ma'am 2C. Okay, Lokesh sir 2C. Good. Nice. 2C. Okay, exactly. Yeah, excellent. Second, most of you are giving the correct answers for second, C. Terrific. Dagdugarkar sir, all 4 answers in one post. Good. Pahima ma'am, right. All 4 answers. Namita ma'am as well. Afsana ma'am, 3A. Excellent. Nice. Now let's check our answers. First one, establishing group dynamics. Whenever we decide to establish our group, it's very important to establish the group structures, which members we have to introduce in the group, how to select the members, who will be the members, that we have to decide. Second is about members' roles, what roles they will play. And finally is about the ground rules. When the meeting will be conducted, where it will be conducted, how much will be the frequency. And finally, and most important is, when we are deciding a group, we should have a purpose and goal, and that we have to decide. The second one is about balanced leadership. In our group, we should have a democratic leadership, or we can call it as a facilitation, where the facilitator is promoting the teachers, all teachers in the group in decision making and sharing their ideas and best practices. This will make them everyone involved in the group process. The third correct answer is individual members' roles, that is the D. In the group, every participant should play a different role. For example, coordinator, evaluator, and expert. This will help the group where everyone is taking the responsibility. They are feeling that they are engaged in the group and they will participate, and it will make more group effective. And finally, the last one, flexibility in role allocation. The correct answer is A, where as a group, we can change the roles in every meetings, which give the opportunity for everyone to have different roles, as well as if we decide in advance, if we discuss and decide in advance, it will help the teachers to prepare for that roles, and it will result in a good effective roles in the group. So we have discussed about starting the role, a group, and what the participant's role should be in the group. Now, turning on what should be the functioning process of the teacher development group. On your screen, you can see an image. It is from a Maharashtra state, from the project called TDGs, where a teacher activity groups were established and the teacher used to sit in such type of groups. And if you want to know more about this project, I have posted the link, or you can go on the YouTube and type TDGs teacher activity group, and you can see a short film of 2 minutes, I guess, that will give you a brief idea about that project. So in this project, now you have decided to start a group, you have decided your roles. Now the important part is how to function these groups. What should be the process of these groups? So the first stage is about identifying the needs and brainstorming. So as I was a part of one of the group, in the group, we first identified our needs, and many of the teachers in the groups collectively said that many of the learners are facing challenges for reading skills at the primary stage. And it was the need of a group that we should find some solutions for this. Then we started brainstorming what are the various practices that we can adopt to improve the reading skills. While brainstorming, we come up through phonics approach, whole learning method, linguistic approach. And after that, after collectively brainstorming, we narrow it down to phonics approach. We thought that it's better to teach initially to all the learners of the primary stage. Then the second stage was of us to explore the resources. We started exploring various resources through online, the books available, various documentations regarding phonics approach, any phonic programs, any research has been conducted, or any case studies is available. We started collecting these resources. After collecting these resources, we collectively started discussing in the group what can work in our group, whether these activities or these strategies of phonics can be implemented in the class or not. And collectively, we decided what we should share according to our needs, because it was a bottom-up approach. It was very much local, related to our 25 schools only. And we decided about what resources we should use in our classrooms. And then we decided to implement whatever the learning we have done in the group to implement it in our classrooms. Every teacher individually started implementing that learning in the classrooms. And after a month, the teachers, they implemented in the classrooms, and when they come back for a next meeting, they started sharing and reflecting their challenges, what were the best results they found, whether we should change our strategy or we should stick with that. And in this way, they completed the cycle. So this is also a cyclic process. If your needs are fulfilled, you can start again brainstorming with a new idea or new needs or new topic with that. Otherwise, you can continue with this phonics approach. So it's better to divide it into short-term or long-term goals. This was about functioning of the group. Moving on to the next part, that is of sustaining teacher development group. As we all know, starting a group is very easy, but the important aspect is how to sustain that group. Initially, every member is very, I think it's motivated and want to join these sessions, but later on, maybe they have some challenges. So let's see how to sustain a teacher development group. Here we are going to do an activity where I will share some case studies of challenges from teacher development groups. And as a participant, you have to share some solutions to these challenges in the chat box. I know you can share good solutions to Pooja. So we will see here one case study of Pooja. Pooja, a high school English teacher, is excited to join a TDGs. However, she finds it difficult to attend the group's weekly meeting due to other commitments. Now, as a participant, what you will share, what solution you will share to Pooja? Okay, Rohini ma'am, she's saying she can join online through Zoom meeting. Okay, so she can collaborate later with her colleagues. Okay. Fine, exactly. You can shift from online to offline to online, virtual meetings. Good. She can join later. Okay. We can send some notes regarding the discussions. Joshna, okay. Asks for a video recording. Nice. We know this saying, feedback from others. Good, excellent. This is the excellent point. She can consult others about the proceeding. Good. This is a good strategy. If you are unable to make up the teacher development group meetings, it's better to share through WhatsApp as well. Good. Janet is learning from others. Excellent. Thank you. So to summarize your solutions, as you have already said, it can be a flexible approach, or this Pooja can be connected with the teachers, others members as well. You have given lots of good ideas. I have also not thought of these ideas. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let's move on to the next challenge, that is about Samir. Samir is excited about his new TDGs, but as the years goes on, he is disappointed that some members start missing meetings and he begins to question the group's effectiveness. What suggestions you will give to Samir? And these all points are very important. Whatever you're saying in the chat box, it can be used as a resource for you for sustaining the TDGs. Nice. Okay. Discussions, motivate the participants, follow up with members to join, time management. Nice. Increase motivations. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you all of you for your valuable inputs. Make the discussion interested, or it should be related to their teaching goals. Samir should not get, okay, should give some exciting tasks every week, plan creatively. Good. Can you elaborate? Interactive session, flexible timing. Good, good. Very nice. Thank you.
On Facebook also, they're saying be collaborative. Collaboration is coming through on the Facebook Live as well.
Wow, good. A good idea. Yeah, to summarize your solutions, we can say they can commit to the group. And if they want, they can revisit the group dynamics where they can see whether the goals are achievable or not. Nice. Moving on to the last one, last challenge. I'm just giving you the challenges, expecting some answers from you. Yeah, Rahul, a middle school English teacher, shared his experience about a recent group meetings in which one teacher shared a challenging student problem, but another teacher interrupted him. Other one has interrupted Rahul in between itself when he was sharing. What solutions you will suggest for him, for Rahul? Basic code of conduct is must. Yeah, good. Always listen first. Very nice. Remarkable ideas. Politely lay down the protocol, listen forwards, codes of ethics. Yes. Very nice.
Lots of listening, respect, perseverance, make rules, wait for your turn.
Yeah. Rajasa is saying everyone should be listening. Everyone is saying more about listening. Let's see the answers. Yeah. To summarize all your answers, listen to each other, create a non-threatening environment. Thank you, all of you. So these are some of the ways where we can try to sustain our group. Now, finally, after starting sustaining the group, now it is the time to evaluate. After a particular time, maybe of 3 months or 6 months, we have to reflect on our learning, whether we are on the right track or not, whether we have achieved our goals, personal goals, as well as group goals. And for this, evaluation of the group is very necessary. For this, again, we are going to conduct a small activity. On your screen, you can see some of the statements related to evaluating teacher development groups. Your task is to categorize these groups, these statements into individual evaluation as well as group evaluations. For example, the first one, assessing progress towards your specific goals. So what you will do, you have to categorize this statement by typing 1. For individual, you can type I. For group evaluation, you can type G. What do you think? Assessing progress towards specific goal is a individual evaluation or a group evaluation? Absolutely. First one, I. Some are saying G. Okay. Specific goals. Okay. Second one, evaluating progress towards collective goals. It can be done in group or it can be personal, individual. Evaluating progress towards collective goals. Okay, G, group, good, excellent, excellent. Nice. Third one, change in teachers' classroom teaching. Nice. G. Fourth one, engaging in reflective dialogues about group process. Fourth one. Group. Okay, great. Fourth one is group. Some can be individual as well, group. Wow, thank you. Finally, a teacher noticed improved student learning. Yeah. Thank you all for your valuable contribution to this activity and participating so actively. I really appreciate your contribution. Maybe you have attended the school and still you have joined for your own professional development. You're taking your responsibility for the professional development. Thank you. Let's check the answers. Group evaluation, individual evaluations. As I have already said, evaluation of the group is very important. So it can be done through the group, maybe by evaluating collectively your group goals or having some reflective dialogues on the group process, how the decisions were made in the groups, what activities we have conducted, how everyone has participated in the group, reflecting on this, whether we were able to achieve our collective goals. In this way also, we can evaluate our group as well as by evaluating personally. Personally, I means as a teacher, when I am reflecting upon my own progress, I can focus on whether I have achieved my specific goals, what I have decided, I am a little bit closer, or I need to work, or I have to change some strategies, whether I before joining the group or after joining the group, whether there is a change in my classroom teaching. And finally, the ultimate goal of our joining for professional development is student learning. And if you see the good learning atmosphere in our classrooms, definitely it shows a positive learning and you can continue your groups as well. So these are some of the important factors that we have to consider if you want to reflect on the effectiveness of the group, because starting is the one part, sustaining it is the second one, that is the second step, and the third is evaluating the effectiveness of the group. When you do all these three steps, then only your group can be sustained for a longer time and it can be effective, and you can share your learning through the conferences as well. Finally, the most important part, now you have got an idea about how to start, form, sustain, and evaluate the group. Now there may be a question in your mind, what activities or in the TDGs will be there? For this, I have added some of the examples of the activities on the Padlet wall. You have to share your ideas, because I know you have lots of ideas. I'm not an expert, but everyone can collectively brainstorm. Like we are saying, the concept of collaborative learning. Here also we will collaborate, and you can share some good activities that we can conduct in our teacher development group. The link will be posted in the chat box. You have to click on the link and you will be on the Padlet wall, and you can share your best practices there as well. Yeah, thank you, Mitchell ma'am, for posting the link. Yeah, on the screen, you can see some of the examples of activities I have suggested. Classroom teaching and demonstrating and reflection. So you can demonstrate your classroom activities. Second is peer observations and feedback. In our group, we can read some articles and discuss some meeting points. We can invite some expert as well. And finally, we can conduct a small scale research of any challenges we are facing. Friends, I'm going to keep this link active. Maybe after the webinar as well. Now you can also sharing your ideas, but after the webinar as well, you can share the ideas on this link on this Padlet wall. And this wall can be used as a resource for us, for all of us, as activities for teacher development group. And we can keep this as a resource for all of us. I can see lots of creative ideas on the group. Nice. Very nice. Language development initiatives, classroom challenges, lesson planning, exchange program of teachers. This is a very nice idea, exchanging the teachers from different groups or different schools. Peer teaching guest talk. Yeah, we can invite some of the experts in the field. Gift circles. I will like to know more about gift circle as well. Peer teaching. Discuss and share the materials with teachers. Nice. And friends, I think this is a very good platform where all of us can come together through various platforms, maybe online or offline, or you can take initiative and establish with others. Because the final ultimate result of this workshop should be, there should be lots of teacher development groups established in India, as well as outside of India as well. Thank you. Lots of ideas.
We have lots of good ideas here, Nisar. I mean, I've learned a lot in terms of team teaching, gift circle, guest talk, training. I was just wondering if anyone had any questions. If you have any questions, could you post them in the chat box? And we'll keep this Padlet open so that we can check it and learn with and from each other.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
one question I had, Nisar, it was about, in my school, even if I want to start a teacher development group, there are two problems. One is my time, and the other is the institutional, the admin support. Do you have any suggestions on how we can manage it?
Yeah, of course, ma'am. Talking about the institutional support, it's very important for the teachers to communicate with the administrators. If we communicate them about the benefits or suggest some evidence of the effectiveness of these groups, I might hope so the administration can help us in these regards.
True. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just jumping because Prathamesh has a good question. He's like, how to connect with other existing teacher groups?
Wow. Yeah, that is also a very important question. The first thing is, mostly you can find out in your circle if there are any active groups. Second is about the virtual teacher groups, where you can find out any virtual teacher groups through the WhatsApp, Facebook, or Twitter, maybe using the hashtag of teacher groups, as well as on the Facebook, you can follow some best Facebook page, for example, British Council Teacher Communities, British Council Teacher Educators, some are from Relo English Educators. There are lots of closed group as well. You can join that group, maybe from online courses as well, like Coursera and MOOC.
Thanks, Nisar. Lily has a question: how to develop protocols and rules for running the group?
Wow, excellent. Because this is very important when you start your group. It's very important that everyone collectively sit together. It's not an individual will decide. The group collectively will select what should be the ground rules, when the meetings will be conducted, who will attend the meeting or not. Every these points we have to cover, and collectively in the group we should decide our protocols.
Really, that's very, very important, because it's a sort of with and from the teachers, by the teachers. One more question is how to encourage teachers to start a teacher development group. And another one was saying for college teachers, not just for school teachers.
Yeah, very nice. Mostly the initial step is starting by ourselves. You can find a partner. One partner is enough for starting your teacher development group. Within your pair, you can share some of the best practices among yourselves, and then later on, if you're getting some success, you can share with other teachers and invite them through sharing your success through social medias, as well as through various conferences or seminars. And maybe your group will start engaging with other members as well. When they will see some good results, they will join with you. Yeah.
Very good ideas, Nisar. I think you had one slide that sums it up. Do you want to go over that? And then I will share the feedback link in the chat box so they can start filling in the feedback form. And only after they fill in the feedback form will they be able to get the certificate.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. To give a quick recap, as we all know, to conclude this workshop, we have tried to discuss about what teacher development groups are and why it is important. Next, we tried to explore what are the different types of groups. Then we discuss about the various steps of starting and sustaining a teacher development group. Finally, we've thought about what is the importance of evaluating the effectiveness of teacher development group and sharing the effective activities and tips for group success. Here are some of the valuable reference resources and references that you can think over it. You can take a screenshot of the screen. These are some good resources that you can use while establishing your teacher development group. If you have any comments, or if you want to share some of the challenges with us, you can share your comments on my email ID as well, or you can share on your in the feedback link as well. Thank you all of you for participating so actively for this group. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nisar. I learned a lot, and the feedback is very positive, engaging session, very beneficial, very helpful, very insightful. Have more sessions like this. When is the next session like this? So thank you very much. We all learned a lot. I just want to go over how to get your certificate. And we have shared the feedback link in the chat box. Please click on the feedback link and then enter your email address there. Make sure that your email address is correct, because the feedback form will be sent to that email address. If you do not receive the email with the certificate immediately, please complete the feedback form again with your correct email address. Then download the certificate. The certificate is an editable PDF. So you should delete the text which says name, surname, put your own name and surname, and then save the certificate. So we have posted the feedback link in the chat box and on Facebook Live. So click on the link. I'm sending it again here. Fill in the feedback. Make sure that your email address is correct, and you will get the certificate in your email box. Please delete name, surname, and add your own name and surname. Thank you so much, Nisar. We all learned a lot. We had so much of positive feedback, very beneficial, very helpful, very informative. Please have more sessions like this. Superb.
Yeah, thank you.
And here are some additional links, and our earlier online workshops as well as Nisar's will be uploaded to this YouTube playlist. So please check there for it. We'll also have the PDF for Nisar's session uploaded there because this was recorded. So it will all be uploaded there. Please look out for our next online workshop, which is on 13th December, which is on using inclusive practices. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you very much, Nisar. Thank you, Atul and Manisha from Access for All. And thank you very much to the British Council for organizing this workshop for us. We will see you again online on the 13th of December.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you all the participants. Thank you.
Very good session, Nisar. Thank you so much. I learned so much. I'm going to start a teacher development group. Very important to get at least one other person and make rules so that it's a democratic process.
Yeah, of course. And I will also like to thank the back support team. Those who have supported throughout this process of organizing this webinar, and of course, British Council for this. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Mawa, you can stop the recording and we can end.